So today I'm going to reveal something I think can help every single person in the trading community. This is something that I have been doing that has significantly helped me to a point where I no longer fear when I'm trading. What I mean is I can be as close to stop loss, I can be as close to TP, whatever's going on in the charts, news is coming up, but I'm just not bothered. Nothing phases me when I trade. When I enter, I'm in the trade and that is it. But there's a specific reason to why I've become like this. There's a reason to why I'm never ever phased when I am trading, and I'm going to reveal exactly how I do it, exactly how I got to this point, and how you yourself can get access to this as well, so you can start to trade with confidence. So when you trade, you know that situation you get to when every single time you're in a trade, you're panicky, your heart starts beating hella fast, and that you're in the trade now, you literally can't even take your eyes off the screen, and you're super worried. Most of the time, this is usually because you're over risking, or maybe your life, like, you really need this money, or maybe you have to pass the prop firm challenge and you put 3% on the line, little things like that. Now these are bad habits in general, yes, and these are things that you can obviously fix to help you to be more confident, but this isn't even what I'm really talking about. Yes, this can help, but there's something in particular that I've started to do that I love doing, in fact, that has helped me. Now there's a specific way to how I backtest, and I'm going to show you guys the exact software that I use that is a game changer. Now this software that I'm talking about is Notion. That is exactly what you're looking at right now, and this right here is the key. Now the main thing I'm talking about is when I click on backtest, and you can start to see a ton of results right here. I have done a lot of backtests. Now we always hear of backtesting, right? We always hear of, okay, you need to backtest and use these different kind of softwares that will help you to do it. Now yes, but when you start to have data like I do, and you have all the screenshots, you have all the days, you have the P&L, you have everything as clean as this, you get to a certain level to where you can't only just go back and look at any results you want, but you've done this so much that you recognize every single trade that you take, plus you know exactly how much you're going to win every single month. Now I've used probably every software out there, most of them. The main one that I like to use first of all is TradingView, but combining TradingView with Notion and the template that I have all set up that I actually use, because now if we just focus on the overall results of every single month, right, this is just 2023. I've also backtested 2022 to an extent. I've also backtested different time frames, everything's all safe, but right now this is just 2023. So I can see right here, right, in 2023 12%, November another 12%, October 8, 7, 21, 5. Like, you can see every single month right here is in the green, right? Every single month is good. So when I'm trading live now, that alone tells me that following how I trade, most cases I will end up with some sort of green month. It doesn't matter if I lose today, me just having at the back of my mind that, okay, I will end with a green month because, bro, I've done this for a whole year and I end with a green month. So why am I even bothered? Why am I scared? Just follow my rules to the T, and literally I will have these kind of results. And what I try to do is just kind of before the month of June, for example, because right now we're May, I just see that, okay, in June, what happened in June? So June was a bad month last year, so I'm roughly expecting that it could be a bad month this year. But at the same time, it might not be, because April was also kind of meaty last year, but April was really, really good this year. But overall, I'm still somewhat confident. But now I can even dig deeper. You can see right here that there is no win rate. The reason why I don't show the win rate is because for me, myself, I don't care what the win rate is, right? All that matters to me is that at the end of the month, I'm positive. I don't care if the win rate was 20%, 10%, 70%. Like, I used to really care about win rate, but then I realized that win rate is nice, but all that matters at the end of the day is that you're making money. You can have a high win rate, but that doesn't really mean much in terms of ROI. Like, that is the biggest, most important thing in trading. It's about how much money you make. Nothing else actually matters. So for me now, I don't really care about that besides this two information, and it's very, very straight and direct for me to see. Now, before I show you guys the next feature, make sure you subscribe. I really, really appreciate it. Subscribe and like this video, especially if you found any kind of value from watching this video. So if we're to now dig deeper, and let's now look at the month of December, for example, all I have to do right here is just type in December. When I go in December, I can see, all the different pairs that I've done, but let's just look at the main one, GU 2023, 3-minute, which is what I trade on. Then I'm able to see, okay, the first trade that month is the 28th. Now, if I was to go deeper, I have a screenshot of every single trade as well. So I can see the exact setup that I took, how it played out, where my TP was exactly, the movement. This is something that I've not really been able to see on any software at all, where you can literally, I mean, I think you can, but I don't know if the process is a lot harder or a bit more complicated. But I know using this is extremely easy because using TradingView, I don't even have to save any images or anything. I just literally copy and paste it here. But having the days as well, the days is something I also recently added onto this template that I use, right? Because now, if I want to find out, okay, what days are my bad days, and I just want to remove and just check the overall data, I can see that Mondays, for example, this is my Mondays across the whole of 2023. Then I'm able to find out if Mondays wins as often or, not as often. Tuesday, it's going to bring up the entire thing for me. Same thing for every other month. And then I was able to realize that, Wednesdays are pretty good most of the time. I see a lot of greens. When I lose small. When I win big. For example, a good example now of when I really went back to this was I was taking a trade and I saw that the RR I was going to take on that trade was going to be very high, like a 1-6 sort of thing. So I wanted to come back and see, okay, how was a 1-6, on a past trade that I took? So I was able to quickly go back and just type in, 6, just to see the last trade that I took that was about a 1-6. And I was able to just come here and see that, okay, this is how the 1-6 came. This is how it played out. This is how it happened. So once I'm taking that trade and I'm in that trade, I am not phased at all because I've seen, bro, I took a 1-6 the other day. It might have taken time to hit TP, but it's fine. Like, this is how it looks like. This is exactly how I'm hoping it's going to look like now, or at least, I can kind of, it's just that the main idea is that I've seen it before. I can literally go back to it in a matter of seconds. I can see that I've taken this before and it worked out before. So for that reason, it's different. It's different from just your normal backtest where you kind of just see your normal percentages. This, I'm able to see so much data, so much information. But the key thing to the confidence is just data. Data, data. Like, I scream backtest so many times that people don't get the reason to why I say it. But once you have data, data determines a lot of things. Without the data on backtesting or in trading in general, you don't really know what you're doing. The reason why you have your strategies is because you have data to back it up that it works. I have the data to show that if I trade the way I do, in most cases, I will end up with this result. Overall, in the entire year, I think when I did the maths, it's like 100% year basically. So if I trade the same way every single day, I will probably end up roughly with a 100% year, roughly, right? Just roughly. But it's not going to be negative because for me to end up negative, it has to be wild. So overall, it's like, okay, cool. Plus, minus, I'm going to end up with these kind of results. So me knowing that, it's like whatever happens on the charts happens, bro. I know for a fact I'm going to end up in profit by the end of the year. At the worst case scenario, I can have losing months, but I know at the end of the year, I'm going to be good. And as long as I'm in the green, that means whatever I'm doing is working, right? So this is the key thing that I want you guys to know. Now, let's even look even deeper. If I wanted to look at the yearly now, not just for backtests, I can even do this for actual, journaling, daily and stuff. But I also have TradeZilla because some people want to see my TradeZilla results just because they want to know that it's more legit. But if I wanted to do this for every single trade I take daily, same thing, right? I'll just put in all the data, put my entry analysis, exit, everything in here, the result, the screenshot. I can do that too. But some people want to use TradeZilla. Fair enough, like I get it, just because that's that's more legit, like it's linked to your account and stuff. But I can do that on here too. But the main reason I use this for sure is just the backtesting software, the backtesting idea to it. Another thing I'm able to do with this, which I don't use that much because I don't need to, but some of you guys might, is like if you go on trade routines right here, you can see there's even routines you can set up. You can click on it if you want to make sure that you're doing your routines every single day. If you go on news, for example, you will see all the different news out there. Forex Factory, if you click that amount of, a single button, you go on Forex Factory, being able to see where all the news is as well. Recap for, every single year, that's pretty much there. I can see exactly how much I've made based on how I'm trading live or previous years. So this has been a game changer. Me just knowing this, bro, confidence is just incredibly high, like very, very high. And you guys can also get this as well. I really wanted to provide this for most people. So literally, I will leave a link down below. Sadly, if it's only if you join the academy that you're able to get this, because I want to provide this to people in Sully's academy. So if you join the academy, you're pretty much able to get this forever, for a lifetime. You get your own template. You can save it onto your laptop. You have your own account, and then you can start using it forever, basically. So that is pretty much the only way to get it. It's not something I want to sell separately because it doesn't need to be its own product. It's basically something I'm giving to every single student that joins the academy. So I hope this has been of value anyway. Like, even if you don't have this, you can replicate something of your own if you can. But you want to make sure you're backtesting to make sure that you're confident. That is the only way you get confident. Backtest a lot. Personally, maybe backtest an hour per day, every single day. You know, that is what I would say. That might be too much for some people, but an hour a day, every single day, and you realize that you unlock something. You get to the next level to where that you can trade without being phased at all, because you have your results and your results can back it up.